guys, this is Kelly. Welcome back. I have another process video today. This is the main kit for my creative scrapbook kit club for the month of September, and it is full of this beautiful fall tone collection by Chamel called Go Now Go. And I must say that the colors are very rich and beautiful, and I would have to say it's a fall slash travel themed collection. But what I wanted to do was challenge myself to make a school page. A couple of her chipboard stickers that are included in this collection are buildings, and I thought that there's two in particular that I thought could definitely be school buildings. One was that brick red and the other was yellow. So in choosing my papers, I knew that I wanted to have a strip of that paper that had the flight or your travel destination, but on the far right hand side it said notes, and I thought that would be perfect to use for my school theme, and just to cut that strip out and not have the travel part included on the page. So for me, a school layout means that I have got to get my notebook punch out, and what better page or what better piece of paper to do it than this lined paper right here. And I'm just going to wrinkle up the edges. I love, love, love the effect of notebook paper added onto a layout, especially a school layout. So I decided to go with the red building because I liked that strip of red pattern paper that I had, and I just wanted to make the colors a little bit more streamlined. There's a bunch of colors in this collection, and I wanted to mainly limit it to the reds and the greens. So the thickers that come with this collection are gorgeous. I think they're more of a copper glitter, and she has a bunch of phrases, and I decided to use this word today. And I'm trying to figure out what I want my title to be. And as I'm, trying to think how I'm going to place it, I'm just messing around with some of the different pattern papers and just try and think how I want, where I want the title to go. And I'm going to do a little bit of not a different title, but my title is going to be Today is the Last Day of Second Grade. Usually when you think of school layouts, you think of back to school layouts and or school pictures or field trips or things like that. And when I took this picture, clearly I was not thinking like a scrapbooker on this morning because I put him in a brown shirt. And for June, for where we live, it's summer, and so this picture has just been kind of stuck there, and I haven't really done anything with it. But when I saw this collection, I thought that it would be perfect for this because it addresses, the colors in the photo. Now, I always could have reprinted this out in black and white, but I am a lazy scrapbooker. And if I already have it printed, chances are if I can put my hands on it, I'm not going to reprint it, just because I do the majority of my printing at Costco. And I do have a Canon selfie, but it's so much cheaper to get them printed online. So if I can plan ahead, I try to, and I just reserve my selfie for pictures that I want to scrap immediately, or like my December daily. So I'm figured out what my title is, and I'm just gonna place it on the wax paper and move it around. I'm trying to figure out how I want it, and I'm quickly realizing that the today is very bulky, and it's supposed to be like a ticket, and so I'm trying to think if there's something else I can anchor the smaller tile stickers on, just to bulk up the title and see if that helps. But ultimately what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cut out the letters from that little ticket area so that all you have are the letters today and not the ticket part. And that definitely worked a whole lot better for, I guess, the look that I was going for. When I set out to make this layout, I really did not have anything in mind except for some vertical strips down the side of the page. And that was based solely on the paper that I cut that had the notes section on the top. So that's it. I try to scrapbook or just let the page go where it wants to go. I find that if I pre-plan too many of my pages, I'm never happy with how it comes out. Now, using a sketch is different, but just for me to try to think, oh, I want to do this and this and this, it just never works. I need to start making the page for it to come together. So cutting these letters out really wasn't that difficult, especially on the T and the A and the Y. Now the D is a little wonky, and the O is as well, but I didn't care. It wasn't bad enough for me to not use it. And you know, when you look at the whole title in the cluster, you really can't even appreciate the little differences in the letters. So I did decide to mount my photo on some white cardstock, and I'm just writing the date on the back so that when I go back to add the date, I can just kind of flip it up and write it down real quick. The white cardstock just adds a little bit of a frame around the photo, and that brown wood grain paper is gorgeous, just so pretty. And I just liked it because it helped bring a little bit more emphasis to the photo. So when I had trimmed the photo or the papers, there was a little bit left of that branding strip, so I'm just trimming that up. And this is the point where I'm kind of stuck. I'm like not quite sure where else I want to go with it. So when I get stuck on some of the things, I just decide to keep on working, and what I did know that I wanted to do was keep those strips. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those strips down. And I'm just trimming that green strip down a little bit because I knew that I only wanted a thin layer, and there was just no need to waste the paper. I like the green print. It's a nice neutral, and especially when I'm making the first couple of layouts, either with a collection or in a kit, I am very, what do I want to say? Very frugal with what I'm using, because I want to make sure that I have enough of that paper to do the pages that I want. Things like that are just so versatile are definitely my mainstays. So here you can see I'm still tapping my fingers, going through my papers, trying to figure out what I want. I like the ticket that I cut out, but it's bringing in that light blue, and I'm not sure that I like the light blue. So I pull out the chipboard camera to see if I liked that as well. And I like the light blue on that better, but I'm still not a fan of the light blue on the ticket. And what I'm going to end up doing is go through my stuff a little bit more. I'm going to pull out this Kelly Perky stamp set that I got at Michael's. It is in their planner section, and it's also has dies that go with it, although this one is so easy to cut you really don't need a die. And I thought maybe if I had a smaller label to put the camera on, that it would just look better, but I don't like that either. And so what I'm going to end up doing is trying it, and then I'm going to just walk away from the layout for a little while. I find that for me, if I walk away and come back, even if it's, you know, an hour, I'm looking at the layout with fresh eyes, and I can figure out what else I need to do, or, you know, get over that little stumbling block. So at this point, I know that I want to use some of the gold stars that are on the thicker sheet. And I was trying to think, do I want something to anchor the title? And what I end up doing is I come back to it and I pull some tags out. And tags for me are something that is so easy to use in so many different ways on your page. And I pulled out 2 manila tags, but they're a little bit different size, and the reinforcer is a little different as well. And I like that. So I decided to use the tags as the anchor for my title. And what I'm trying to do now is just make sure that I'm adhering the tags in a straight line. I have the paper on the side to use as a guide as well. And it just drives me crazy when I have things that need to be straight that are not. So you will see me use my T-square ruler quite a bit. And then I also like to move what I'm doing around so I can see. So I went ahead and I cut out me messing with the title. It took me quite a while just to move the letters to evenly space them on the tags. And at this point, what I'm doing is just moving up the tags a little bit more. I wanted the title to be somewhat in the middle of the photo and not rest all the way at the end. And I am just going to also pop up the label that has 2nd grade on it as well with some cheap craft foam. And that stuff is just the best. I keep a little dish on the side where I've cut some of the smaller pieces, and it is so much more cost effective than foam tape. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the stars down because stars definitely mean school. And I'm not sure what happened to the footage that I had. I have had some trouble with a few of my videos getting lost in uploads and things, and I'm not quite sure, but fortunately this was not a lot at all. The only thing that I had on this was me fussy cutting a couple of the suitcases, a couple of cameras, and that little journal bit that I put on top of the 2nd grade. So I thought that would be perfect, and I tucked it underneath the letter E just to help incorporate it into the cluster. And I feel like when things are touching or overlapping or tucked underneath, that it just makes for a cluster that seems that is supposed to be together. Goodness, having a hard time using my words today. So I put a little bit of crochet thread through the reinforcers of the tags just to make them look like real tags. And the only thing left that I do off camera is I do some messy blue stitching underneath the title. And then I am going to use a little bit of navy blue Heidi Swapp Color Shine. So that's it for me today. I've got the details on the Kit Club in the detail section below of my video, so be sure and check them out if you are interested in a Kit Club. And I do have some stills at the end. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great day. See you soon. Bye.